Hi there, Evan here at the McChronicle for Sunday, March 15th, 2020, where that future starts today. Fed went ahead, as we expected, pulled out an even bigger bazooka. Again, as I've mentioned in previous videos, this isn't going to work. This doom loop that we're in right now, you can't print your way out of. Okay? Unemployment is rising, the economy is slowing, consumer spending is going to have a massive hit from the virus and everyone going into quarantine, hunkering down, not going out to shop. And then later on in the year, when the unemployment reality start hitting and they have to hunker down anyways. Look, this isn't about the virus itself. It was a trigger, but not the cause. All the virus did was bring forward when the recession was going to start. That's all it did. But by the end of the year, we were already heading into one anyways. What I want to discuss in this video is the only option left to stem this market decline. Think about it. They've gone ahead, done emergency rate cuts, increased the repo facility, announced more QE. To this point, as I told you many times, it wasn't going to work. It hasn't worked. Now here's the thing. What's the only way they can stop the selling? To have no market. To close the market. I mean, think about it. The virus gives them the perfect excuse for this. They can close the exchange all on a mandatory 14-day quarantine, and voila, the market's closed. No trading for 2 weeks. Think of how easy that is. I mean, to stop the decline, this is probably the only thing they have left. Remember, every other thing they've tried so far, whether it's more repo, QE, rate cuts, it hasn't worked. Traders know the economy's slowing. They smell blood. They're selling at any strength, which I've advised you to do for the past month or so. So no matter what the central bank does, same thing still applies. They're going to keep doing it. The only way to stop the selling is to not trade at all. And that's the reason why I went out on Twitter tonight and put out this tweet. Anyone want to bet they close the markets before they open tomorrow? Because if they'd gone ahead and pulled out this big $700 billion bazooka and the market still opens down 1,500 points, I mean, at the end of the day, we all know the economy is cratering into recession. Central banks are panicking trying to stop it. Traders know that central banks are panicking because they know it's coming. And it's a dreaded loop that the central banks just can't simply print to keep us out of a recession. And the markets know that now. And that's why I'm saying the only option they have is to not trade if they want to stop the selling. Send everyone home for 2 weeks, try and reassess, try and do something else, and then come back and see what happens. That's my base case for what I see happening here. And I think it's going to happen in very quick order. So do keep an eye out for that. Now, some people have mentioned instead of closing the markets outright, they can simply implement a short selling ban. Problem with that is, as we saw in 2008 when they implemented the exact same thing, when you can't short, funds then have to readjust the risk profiles and they have to start selling en masse to make up for the fact they can't short. And also as well, when you're in a short selling ban, there's usually a liquidity event that's associated with it. So when you implement it, market smells this out and they're going to sell their baby out with the bathwater and raise as much liquidity as they can. As is what happened in 2008 when the market, even after the ban, still fell anyways. So there's that. Now, one option they do have is they can come in the market and just start buying stocks outright. But of course, in order to do that, there has to be a law passed through Congress in order to allow for this. There might be a way around it where the president can sign a national emergency declaration to mandate this. Again, I'm not sure on that. I'll have to do more work. Summarize what I'm saying here. The only way they can stop the selling is if they stop trading altogether. Central banks around the world have used every single bullet in the chamber to stop this already. It hasn't worked. As I predicted many times on this channel, traders know it. The economy is cratering into recession. There's nothing central banks can really do as far as money printing goes, as far as stimulus goes, in order to stop that. And then if they stop the selling, then if they close the markets, they reopen, and they're still going down, do expect to hear more about the Fed buying stocks. That's all I'm going to say. Smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, follow both my accounts on Twitter. And as always, my name is Evan. This is the McChronicle, where the future starts today.